So, you've set up your crypto wallet, and it's sitting there empty and ready. The big question now is, how do you actually get money into it? Taking your real-world cash, your dollars, your euros, and turning it into crypto can feel like the scariest part of this whole journey. In this explainer, we're going to break that down step by step so you can get it done safely and without any stress. And hey, if you're feeling a little nervous about it, you are definitely not alone. It's totally normal to think, what if I click the wrong button? What if my money just disappears? We've all been there. That's exactly what this is for, to be your guide and help you sidestep those common mistakes so you can jump in with confidence.
All right, let's talk about fueling up your crypto engine. When you're ready to turn your cash into a digital asset like, say, Ethereum or Solana, you really have two main roads you can go down right at the start.
This is pretty much your first big choice. It's a simple one, but it's going to have a direct impact on how fast you get your crypto and, really importantly, how much you end up paying in fees. And that choice really just boils down to a classic trade-off, speed versus cost. So you have to ask yourself, do you want your crypto right this second, or do you want to get it for the absolute lowest price possible? Let's take a look at what each path looks like.
So here it is side by side. The direct route, using that big buy button right inside your wallet, that's like hailing a cab. It's awesome, right? It's super fast, you pay with your credit card or Apple Pay, and boom, the crypto is there almost instantly. But you pay for that convenience with higher fees. Then you've got the exchange route. Think of this as taking the city bus. You set up an account on a big exchange like Coinbase or Kraken, link your bank account, and the fees are way, way lower. The only catch? It takes more time. You might have to wait a day or two for your ID to get verified.
And just look at the difference in cost. We are not talking about a few pennies here. A fee of around 4% for the direct route compared to less than 0.5% on an exchange. That is a huge gap, especially if you plan on buying more than just a few dollars worth. That convenience definitely comes with a price tag.
So which way should you go? Well, it can actually depend on the specific crypto you're after. For the big ones like Ethereum and Solana, you can get them pretty much anywhere, no problem. Same with Tezos or XTZ. But for something more specialized like WaxP, which can be a little trickier to find on some exchanges, that direct buy button in its own wallet often becomes the simplest, most direct option.
So here's the bottom line. If you're just dipping your toes in the water, maybe buying $20 to $50 worth just to see how it works, paying an extra $1 or $2 in fees for the direct route is probably worth it. It gets you in the game right away without the hassle of setting up a whole new exchange account.
Now, before you send a single dollar or a single coin anywhere, and it doesn't matter which path you choose, there is an absolutely critical warning we have to talk about. This is maybe the single most common and most costly mistake a beginner can make.
And it's a devastatingly simple error. When you're sending crypto to certain places, like an exchange, if you forget one tiny piece of information, your funds can be lost. I mean, just gone forever, with no way to get them back.
This crucial little detail is called a memo or a tag. Here's the best way to think about it. An exchange is like a giant apartment building. The wallet address is the building's street address. It gets your package to the front door. But the memo? That's your specific apartment number. Without it, the delivery person has no idea where the package is supposed to go.
Let that really sink in for a second. If you are sending crypto to an exchange and you see a little box on the form that asks for a memo or a tag, you absolutely must fill it in. If you leave it blank, your crypto will arrive at the exchange's main wallet, but they'll have no way of knowing it belongs to you. It's a gut-wrenching mistake, and it's so easy to avoid. Okay, after a warning like that, I bet you're thinking, great, now I'm too scared to even try this. But what if I told you there's a way you can practice sending, receiving, and using crypto without risking a single real penny?
This is where I want to introduce you to every beginner's secret weapon, something called the testnet. Think of it as your personal, risk-free crypto playground.
The beauty of a testnet is that it gives you a chance to learn the ropes and experiment with zero financial risk. It's the ultimate try before you buy.
A really cool way to think about it is as the blockchain's shadow realm. A testnet is a perfect clone of the main network. Everything works the exact same way. You can send transactions, you can try out apps, but all the money on it is completely fake. It has absolutely no real-world value. It's like monopoly money for crypto.
So why would you use this? To get rid of all those first-time jitters. You can practice sending and receiving. You can click all the buttons in your wallet just to see what they do. You can even try buying fake NFTs on a test marketplace. The goal is to build that muscle memory and confidence before you ever touch your real hard-earned cash.
All right, enough theory. Let's actually do this. We're going to run through a quick dry run right now using the Solana testnet, mostly because it's one of the easiest ones for beginners to get started with.
Okay, here are the steps. It's super simple. In your Phantom wallet, just go into the settings. You'll see an option to switch your network. Just flip it from mainnet over to testnet. After that, just open a web browser and do a quick search for a Solana testnet faucet. A faucet is just a website that gives away free test crypto. You just paste your wallet address into the box, click a button, and that's it.
And in just a few moments, you'll see one sol pop up in your wallet. Now, of course, it's worth exactly $0, but the confidence and the experience you just got from doing that is absolutely priceless. You just completed your very first crypto transaction, completely risk-free.
To think about it, you've now learned how to turn cash into crypto, you know about the critical memo trap to avoid, and you've even done your first practice transaction. But you might have noticed something. Even that fake transaction had a tiny fee. So what's up with that? What exactly are these gas fees everyone talks about, and why does it cost money to move money? Well, that is exactly what we are going to break down next time.